somewhat intriguing. Alicia continued. They're from Memphis and just passing through, but again, they say it's very important. Any idea what it is? No. Well, it wouldn't be a divorce if they lived in Memphis. He ran through a list of possibilities. Grandma's will, some old family land, maybe a kid busted for drugs over at Ole Miss. Since he was bored and mildly curious and needed an excuse to avoid the paperwork, he asked, "Did you tell them that I'm tied up in a settlement conference call with a dozen lawyers?" No. Did you tell them I'm due in federal court over in Oxford and can only spare a moment or two? No. Did you tell them that I'm slammed with other appointments? No. It's pretty obvious the place is empty and the phone isn't ringing. Where are you? I'm in the kitchen, so I can talk. Okay. Make some fresh coffee and put him in the conference room. I'll be down in 10 minutes. Chapter 2. The first thing Jake noticed was their tans. They had obviously been somewhere in the sun. No one else in Clanton had a tan in February. The second thing he noticed was the woman's smart, short haircut with a touch of gray, stylish and obviously expensive. He noticed the handsome sports coat on the gentleman. Both were well-dressed and nicely groomed, a departure from the usual walk-ins. He shook their hands as he got their names. Jean and Kathy Roop, from Memphis. Late 50s, quite pleasant, with confident smiles showing rows of well-maintained teeth. Jake could easily picture them on a Florida golf course, living the good life behind gates and guards. "What can I do for you folks?" Jake asked. Jean flashed a smile and went first. "Well, sad to say, but we're not here as potential clients." Jake kept it loose with a fake smile and an aw-shucks shrug, as if to say, what the hell, what lawyer needs to get paid for his time? He'd give them about 10 more minutes and 1 cup before showing them the door. "We just got back from a month in Costa Rica, one of our favorites. Ever been to Costa Rica?" "No, I hear it's great." He'd heard nothing of the sort, but what else could he say? He would never admit that he had left the United States exactly once in his 38 years. Foreign travel was only a dream. "We love it down there, real paradise. Beautiful beaches, mountains, rainforests, great food. We have some friends who own houses. Real estate is pretty cheap. The people are delightful, educated. Almost all speak English." Jake loathed the game of travel trivia because he'd never been anywhere. The local doctors were the worst, always bragging about the hottest new resorts. Kathy was itching to move along the narrative and chimed in with, "The golf is incredible, so many fabulous courses." Jake didn't play golf because he was not a member of the Clanton Country Club. Its membership included too many doctors and climbers and families with old money. He smiled and nodded at her and waited for one of them to continue. From a bag he couldn't see, she whipped out a pound of coffee in a shiny can and said, "Here's a little gift. San Pedro Select, our favorite. Incredible. We haul it back by the case." Jake took it to be polite. In lieu of cash fees, he had been paid with watermelons, fresh venison, firewood, repairs to his cars, and more bartered goods and services than he cared to remember. His best lawyer buddy, Harry Rex Vonner, had once taken a John Deere mower as a fee, though it soon broke down. Another lawyer, one who was no longer practicing, had taken sexual favors from a divorce client. When he lost the case, she filed an ethics complaint alleging substandard performance. Anyway, Jake admired the can and tried to read the Spanish. He noticed they had not touched their coffee, and he was suddenly worried that perhaps they were connoisseurs and his office brew wasn't quite up to their standards. Jean resumed with, "So, 2 weeks ago, we were at one of our favorite eco-lodges, high in the mountains, deep in the rainforest, a small place with only 30 rooms, incredible views." How many times might they use the word incredible? "And we were having breakfast outdoors."